and sharp eyes in the moonlight train. Order stacked like cards in the deck. I wait my turn, I don't blink yet. One clean setup, that's the code I live. Half asleep, but I got more to give. Hear that tick, hear that pulse. Feel that pull in my bones. I came this far for the long game. I won't leave it alone. London calling, London calling. I'm up for the open. London calling, London calling. I want that moment. Trey clean, Trey smart. London calling, London calling. I came to earn it. Dark outside, but my plan stays lit. No lucky break, I size up grit. Read that candle, read that spread. Take the compass, keep my head. I lost before, I learned that sting. Now I cut my fear on a tighter string. Every dawn is a test I choose. If I want the crown, I pay my dues. Hear that tick, hear that pulse. Feel that pull in my bones. I came this far for the long game. I won't leave it alone. London calling, London calling. I'm up for the open. London calling, London calling. I want that moment. Trey clean, Trey smart. London calling, London calling. I came to earn it. Let the night press in. Let the doubt get loud. I stayed on my feet. I stayed unbowed. One more shot, the life I chose. One more step when the market waits. London calling, London calling. I'm up for the open. London calling, London calling. I want that moment. Trey clean, Trey smart. London calling, London calling. I came to earn it. Come on. Come on, come on. Come on, huh. Hey. Come on. Hey, 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 hey. First bell hits and the floor goes hot. Screen start flashing, don't miss your spot. Price line moving like a stray bullet round. Keep your hands steady, keep your feet on ground. Order stack up, then the slip away. Every tick a test, every second pace. Woo! I can feel that roar through the iron door. Everybody praying for a little more. Hold your breath now. Read the tape fast. One wrong move and it won't last. Open fire. Open fire. there. Try to move clean in the panic storm. Stay alive when the numbers swarm. Grip that plan like a steel front gate. One deep breath can change your fate. Hold your breath now. Read the tape fast. One wrong move and it won't last. Open fire. Open fire. Keep your name above the wire. Open fire. Open fire. Live through the market choir. Win some, lose some, stay in line. Take the hit, then take your time. Open fire. Open fire. Hold your name above the wire. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on. Congas roll. Claps cut hard. Eyes on price. Go. Hands on guard. When the floor starts shaking and the whole thing spins. You don't chase the noise. You let the truth win. Open fire. Open fire. Keep your name above the wire. Open fire. Open fire. Live through the market choir. With some, lose some, stay in line. Take the hit, then take your time. Open fire. Open fire. Hold your name above the wire.
Good morning, guys. Good morning. Welcome to the Tuesday show. 3-fold screens. I don't, I don't know the folding screens because like in other words, you could probably put the trading view on one screen and execution on the other screen. If it's a 3-folding screen, you probably could put Tradingview on one screen and trading view on the other and execute that way. But that's a question you probably want to ask whoever sells you the 3-fold phone. So that's a phone question that you need to ask the guys who are actually selling you the Samsung, because they can show you. I trade from Apple, one screen. So and I don't really trade from my phone at all. Although I know a lot of people do trade from their phone. I know that if you're using wealth charts, Rob told me this, like they do 10,000 trades a day on the phone. Wealth charts is a great platform on the phone. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Welcome to the show. We're trading for our friends at Funded Next, and I just wanted to kind of point your attention to the amazing deals they got going right now. Remember to use the word PT Edge to get the highest discount that's available. Especially, I'm looking at the 50K account. It's $70 all in. There is no other fee. You pass this, that's all it costs you. And I really like the structure here because they have they have a smaller drawdown, but they have a shorter target. You get a target of 2,500, which is easier to reach than 3,000. If you're trading like we do with micros, 1,500 doesn't matter. You can absolutely absorb the drawdown. And 3 minis is fine because we never use more than a couple of micros on the trade. The other cool thing is there's no DLLs, no consistency rule, no bullshit. Just straight up, make the money, collect the money. I really like it. This is a very, very good deal. The 50K is a good deal. The 100K is a good deal. The 150K, if you really want to go for a very large drawdown of 4,000, it's the 2, which is a pretty good ratio over here. 8 up, 4 down. So I really like this. I mean, these are really, really good deals on the flexes for the futures, and of course, the CFDs are excellent as well. So I leave it to you to see which one you want to choose. We're trading the futures account, of course, because that's what I do here. Already made a couple of trades earlier this morning. I'm going to show you some of the stuff that we've done. But really cool offering, I think. Very, very competitive within a certain space. If you're comfortable passing props, this one is very good because it's so cheap on the back end. It costs you really $69 to own the funded account all in. Which is really, really cool. I'm actually gonna sell this position here, guys. We're gonna do a little bit of positional trading on our funded next account, because we're gonna do a lot more. I think contextual trading as the day goes by, because that trading specifically is just sort of very, very high probability. So I went short here because we're underneath the VWAP, lightning bolt down. And I actually want to go 2 units. One short target, like maybe somewhere over here. One longer target. Stops are pretty much at swing highs right here, right underneath us. See if we can get a bit of downward action. London range has been 700 to 800, very, very tight range. We went from London low and kind of died at VWAP. Now, if it comes back, retakes the VWAP, gives me a lightning bolt up, hey, then we're wrong, but we reconfigure our position. But it looks like they kind of died at VWAP and maybe wants to come back and revisit London lows for a double bottom. So we're perfectly happy to ride that wave on a positional basis without any qualms. See if this one hits. I traded the bounce off the London lows earlier today. You can see me trading boom, boom, boom. And then I traded the kind of a fade around VWAP, the first fade around VWAP over here for just a quick trade. But doing, honestly, I got to tell you, who was with us in New York session yesterday, when we had James from TPT. He gave some just unbelievably interesting information on who passes the fundeds and who doesn't. And anybody remember what he said? It was the number one reason why people get blown out of their prop accounts. Anybody remember that? Good morning, Richard. Good morning. Sizing up, correct, Peter. It was sizing up, but more importantly, why was sizing up so toxic? It's because it offered you very little room to escape market noise. I think honestly, it wasn't even sizing up that Peter that he was really talking about. He was saying that the shorter the time frame, the less margin for error you give yourself, the more likely you're going to get killed, because the market will operate within that. The market will, it can go down 20 points and retrace 19 and stop you out on a 10-point stop, and then go down another 40 points. His argument was that if you stay away from the microstructure levels, which is, we operate on those levels, of course, but he said basically if your trade is in the seconds, you are trading against people who are going to just destroy you, because those people have much better tools and much better ability to, sweep you and stop you out than you do. If you're trading on a 10-minute time frame, you have a lot more success surviving the ebbs and flows of the market and hitting your targets. I took his advice very much to heart. I was pretty much trading essentially positionally pretty much most of the day. Certainly last night in Asia, I was only trading positionally. I wasn't even taking any scalp trades. And honestly, it was a very, very easy, stress-free experience, because your size is small. When you're wrong, you can reverse and recoup your losses very, very quickly. You have enough breathing room that you don't have to worry about perfect. Remember, with scalping, when we're scalping, if we're off by even 2 seconds, we very often are off on the trade, right? Our trade has to be perfect in timing and perfect in placement, because again, it's like driving a car 100 miles an hour um, down a straightaway, down Lincoln Tunnel, and if you veer just a little bit to the left, you're hitting a wall. So there is no margin for error. Whereas here, you have ample margin for error, and I think that was a point he made yesterday that I very much took to heart. You don't have to necessarily be trading, super long time frames, but a 10-minute trade is so radically different in terms of risk. Here we go. So we hit the first target, and now we have an option of moving our stop to break even, or letting it kind of float, giving ourselves a little bit more reason, breathing room to hang out. So at this point, there's little reason for me to want to stay at session highs. I probably want to stay at VWAP, and let the second half of the trade do its thing and see if it wants to come in. Or I could just simply take the trade right now if I wanted to. But I'm going to let it breathe a little bit. See if this is all that she wrote, or we have more. We have more on the continuity. But that kind of flexibility is what small size and longer time frames really allow you. So we took a positional trade here off of this lightning bolt down underneath the VWAP, basically on the assumption that bears are pushing prices back down towards London session lows, right? And so far, what's really happening is it's not very clear. What's really happening is we're kind of consolidating around these levels. And if we do take out the VWAP to the upside, it probably means that we're going to run London session highs. We're going to reverse ourselves, which I'm perfectly happy to do. That's the other beautiful thing, is when you're trading these small positions, you can easily reverse yourself cleanly, more than recover your, whatever. You already made money on the first half. So if you get clipped out at small loss in the second half, you're still net positive. But more importantly, you're going to be in sync with the market as the market starts to move. So like right now, I'm going to just reverse myself and buy it, and get into a secondary position and pretty much stay underneath here. These are the swing lows that I want to work, and I'm going to assume, maybe I'm wrong. Again, very these are small positions, so I don't really care. But we've consolidated the London run, and now we want to run to session highs. The bulls are clearly starting to take control of the move here, and if we can just clear the view, I'm a little bit early. In the perfect world, I'd like to see this thing lightning bolt above the VWAP to give me conviction. But having kind of double reversed this bottom over here, I will bet on the fact that the bulls are in better control. Today is a quiet, sloppy day. We're not moving much. Tomorrow is going to be the big day. Tomorrow we're going to trade the CPI, and that's going to be great. Just on a news straddle basis. But today we'll see how the day plays out. There's not much new on the news front. CPI is going to be the big news event this week economically. Geopolitically, everything is pretty much stationary. We can take a look at our Intel sheet and see what the news is. We just updated 17 minutes ago. So what happened here? Fractionally higher, blah blah blah. Crude surges more than 2.5% of gold firms. Straight Hormuz deal remains elusive around the okay. There's a lot of We had the Australian cash rate decision, raising money by the chip makers. That's pretty much it. What's on the calendar today? $10 years at 470. Oil is at 84. That's pretty high. That is pretty high. So we recovered the VWAP. I'm trying to see if I can hit target 1 over here on the move, and see if we can milk the trade a little bit after that. What am I in? I'm in at 72. See if we can hit it over here. $79.25. Okay, we're done. We're done on the first piece of the trade. I'm going to see if we can trade it all the way up to 790s. London high is at 805. I mean, let's see if they really want to run from London high. But you can see how here was a turn, right? We made the first target. It kind of just stopped, recovered the VWAP, and now we're trying to see if the bulls want to take it a little bit higher. And it's pretty simple to be able to use. What's the link for the daily intel? It's BK Trader Tools Intel. Let me show it to you. I'll send it right there. Oh, look at this. We actually got the second order filled. Look at that. Boom, boom. Nice, right? Like here's 1, here's 2, and that basically turned, so just the perfect example of low size making lots of points. This was 10 and then 20, so it's 30 points. 30 points in about 2-3 minutes on NAS without any stress, right? Into the London high. I could have probably had more, but you know me, I'm always coming out a little bit early on all of these trades. But for those of you who are able to hold it, anybody follow me on that trade? That was a very, very easy, cheesy, simple trade to do. Anybody take that trade with me? Alan? Colin, anybody? You're out too early, yeah. I hear you. But these waves, these rhythms, probably about 10 of them in just the London session alone. You're watching from the sidelines? Coffee first? Okay. That's the number one trading rule. But look how, look how cool it is to follow. By the way, guys, for those of you who have the lifetime dots, I updated the lows and highs to global Globex all-time highs, all-time lows. So, for example, these are yesterday we ended on the lows. So real-time lows and Globex lows are the same number. That's why you have the orange and the blue over here. This is actually yesterday's lows. I didn't realize this. Oh, wow. Check this out, guys. Check this out. I want to share this to you. So watch this. This is really cool. I'm going to take off London. I'm just going to take off the London labels because they're always each other. Because I didn't realize that that we were one on top of the other. Hang on a second. Where's my London labels? Okay, London session. Look at that. This is prior day Globex low, prior day real-time low. Where did that end up? That was the London session low. Are you going to tell me that session lows don't matter? That they just completely random? I mean, it was literally to the tick. Literally to the tick. Let me put this back on here. Where am I? Here we go. London session. London session low was like literally to the tick of prior lows. And then, we bounce back. And then then we recover the VWAP. Then we give up the VWAP. And then we recover the VWAP again. And once we recover the VWAP again, boom, ba-boom, 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 into London highs. Super clean. And using our scalp indicators to just basically, run the table here, right? We'll still trade a little bit of the scalpy stuff if it comes up. Right now, basically, it's bullish, climate is moderate, so we don't have any kind of a structure. But honestly, if you took this trade here to the upside, you were fine. Because remember, the what's dominant here is the tape, not the direction. Direction is the least important part of it. So we probably could have taken this scalp to the upside. I just wasn't focusing on it. But very cool, right? I mean, I was just shocked. Wow, I didn't realize that London lows literally matched prior days lows. You can't tell me that the markets don't watch those levels when you see it like this, just simply pasted one on top of the other. That's pretty unusual. Generally, you're going to be, moving somewhat above or below, but this was just literally to the T. They held them and they brought them. Where are the Tokyo levels? I'm just curious. Here's Tokyo high, and then prior day high over here. So these are the sort of the next levels to target. And if you're thinking that they're going to, and here's the Tokyo low. Interesting. So Tokyo low broke the prior day low and then came back. So if you're thinking, where they go next, they're probably going to try and target Tokyo high if they have enough juice. And then, if they fail there, they come back down to London highs support. So we can use all these session levels as much more intelligent support levels than whatever else everybody else is drawing on the lines. Do you know why session levels are so much more intelligent support levels than any arbitrary Fibonacci levels, or hey, there's a IFG from 5,000 years ago that I have on a 4-hour chart that matches perfectly to this level? Why do you think that is? Like, why do you think these levels work so much better and so much more accurate than whatever bullshit people draw with their crayons on the charts? Anybody have an idea? No? Let me see if I can show you. Wait, hold on. How do I do this? Huh. Okay, I can't do it this way. We're going to do it this way. Anybody ever see this movie? Oh, Carrie-Anne Moss is in this movie? Really? Wow. No idea. Oh, we're gonna see if we can buy this scalp here, guys. It's a red triangle, bullish trade, danger zone. Let's see if this is gonna work for us. It's just scalping this. I'm a little bit late on the entry. I should have been in here before. There's just a small scalp. Let's see if we can get the scalpiness here. Good morning, John. We're open. London opens up at 4 a.m. New York. Yeah. So this is just a small scalp. Tape is bullish. Trade climate is volatile, which is perfect for our triangles. I missed this trade, so it's actually, I'm going to just get out of this trade. It's just bullshit. I missed the execution on this trade. I should have bought the bottom. That would have been the perfect scalp, but now it's no longer the perfect scalp, so I'll just get out of it. Anyways, why do you think that the sessions are so much better? Anybody ever see this movie? Anybody know what this movie is all about? Yes, no? Tell me no if you haven't seen it. I'm just curious. Actually, you know what? Let's take a sell here. We're gonna take a. Oops, I'm on the wrong structure. Oh, shit. I'm gonna take a sell against the highs here. The reason why I'm taking a sell here is, we made a fresh London high, lightning bolt down. Does that mean, I'm just making a small bet that we may have exhausted the London high here and just making a small turn? If it breaks back over fresh London highs, great. Then we'll just wait till Tokyo high for the next level. But who wants to tell me why? Nobody's ever seen this movie, right? Memento. So in Memento, it's kind of a murder mystery about a guy who has absolutely no long-term memory. He literally doesn't remember what happened to him 5 minutes ago, right? With Guy Pearce. And I'll give you, the throwaway of the movie is that he's the guy that actually committed, he's investigating a murder in which he himself is actually the murderer. And that's the realization he comes to at the end. But he basically has to write everything down on a piece of paper because he doesn't remember what he said 5 minutes ago. No long-term memory. And the reason why that movie is just such an interesting movie when you think about the market and why session levels are so much better than whatever bullshit crayons that people, draw on IFGs or, 4-hour levels or 25-day levels back or a million years back structures, is because the market is very much the same way. The market has absolutely no long-term memory. The market today is trading on demand today, on what's going on today, okay? And it's literally trading on, what's happening in the next moment. Who's got to buy, who's got to sell in the next moment. So the fresher the levels of reference, which are today's levels of reference, the more likely they're going to have some value to you as a trader. The longer the levels of reference, the less important they are. Okay, what happened yesterday? The people who bought and sold yesterday no longer exist in the market today. Most of them. They did their business yesterday, and they probably left. Or if they did their business yesterday at those levels, if they're day traders or speculators, they pretty much finished that business on yesterday's levels, and they couldn't care less. Which is why all of this, long term, when people draw daily charts against 4-hour charts against 4 hours, and they find this one tiny little pinpoint where all the levels confluence into sort of a buy sell position, and they go, oh look, I got executed at this particular level. It's all luck. It's literally all luck. Watch any YouTube video that back tests these bullshit structures, and it says that 85% of them actually lose money, which they do, because they just pick out the 15% of the time when they get lucky on that trade and show you those results. And it just looks so smart and so intelligent that they're like, oh, look at me. But nobody who follows that type of level trading ever has any success. If they have success on their trading, it's despite that structure, not because of it. It's because they're using proper money management, or this, when they're ahead of the game, they're just sizing up. They're just basically trading randomly with good money management. That's how they're winning, not because they're finding levels that actually work. And even, intraday levels very often will not work. But if anything is going to work, it's what's staying fresh in your mind's eye. And you can see this on a day-to-day basis, how intraday key levels on just Asia session, London session, VWAP, yesterday's high and low, all have resonance in the market, because everybody, it's still fresh. You're still holding those, you're still holding those stops. You're still holding those levels. You still care about those levels, because they are materially affecting your position. Does that make sense to you guys? Yeah. And that's why, trading contextually like we do produces such good results, because it has resonance into what's going on with the market. What time is it? Oh, wow. Oh my God. It's only 6:38. Really? Wow. Pretty slow day today. Not much really going on here. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Who's new in the room here? Come say hi to me. What are we doing? What are we doing? Who's new in the room? What are we trading? Where are you from? Tell me. Don't be a wallflower. So here's our trade so far. We sold the VWAP breakdown, made money over here. We tried to sell the VWAP breakdown again, quickly got stopped, reversed on a VWAP recovery, made nice money over here. And now we sold the London high stall off this lightning bolt trade, and just trying to see how this trade is going to resolve. So this is the third or the fourth in our day trading cycle right now, as we're trying to trade level to level, structure to structure. Melbourne, nice to have you. Nice to have you. I have a lot of good friends there. Do you live in Melbourne proper, or do you live outside in the burbs? I'm going to take this. I'm going to take kind of both of these trades up here. Oh, everybody. Oh, here we go. We have a bunch of Aussies. Nice to have Aussies. What time is it in, it's, where are you guys? It's probably like 9 o'clock at night for you guys. What time is it? No, it's 8:40. Oh, no wonder you come hanging out with me. Yeah, this is a perfect time. It's a great time to kind of trade out of Melbourne and just generally out of Australia. Uh, it's evening, you guys are chill. You have like a couple of hours. The time before the New York, like from 6 to 8 a.m. New York, which is early morning, you don't have a lot of volatility. ATR is 7.9, so very, very calm and quiet. But you have movement and you can just trade the waves with very, very little stress. Like same thing as I did with Asia, like last night. If you're trading, by the way, we're trading Asia. So those of you guys who are in Australia, every Tuesday, Wednesday, we trade Asia 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. New York. So we'll trade Asia as well. Those are just very placid times. Markets are relatively calm. They move in a generally smooth manner. You don't have too much zigzags. Volatility is really, really small, so you're not forced to have to assume huge amounts of risk, and you can just extract as many trades as possible. We're 3 out of 4 today, just on these very, very calm, easy trades. No stress, no mess. That's my motto from now on. No stress, no mess. Yeah, New York time is, New York Open is brutal for Australia, but there's a lot of money to be picked up in these quiet flow times. And I actually, for me, this is where I made like last night, just in 1 hour, maybe an hour and a half of just, and not even, like hardcore trading. I'm just watching YouTube and scalping on the side. I picked up $300 on the 2 accounts that I had in the eval side without, on 1 or 2 MNQs, just the tiniest positions hitting the wave turns. This trade was small. It was only like about a 20-point trade, but you don't need more than 30, 40-point trades to really pick up a couple of quick hits, and it's totally possible. You made it New York at and you traded. Well, you traded big size. So, what are you trading prop, Gervais? How long have I been trading? Longer than you've been alive, my friend. Longer you've been alive. But really, we've been trading prop since after COVID, and I absolutely love it. This like my one true avocation. I love trading prop. I love trading NQs. I wanted to tell you guys, again, we're trading for our friends at Funded Next. I think I showed this to you at the beginning of the show, but I didn't realize how good a deal they had. So the CFDs, they have all sorts of deals for CFDs, as little as $50 for CFD products, which is great. But they also run futures, and now they're discounting futures so much that this is just mind blowing. Look at this. It's a 50K account. It's less than $70 all in. In other words, that's it. There's no reset fees. There's no upsell fees. You buy this, you pass it, you own it. Now you got a $50,000 account. And what I really like about the way they structured this is, yes, they have a little bit of a smaller drawdown, but they have a smaller target. And smaller target is much more interesting to me than a smaller drawdown, because we virtually never hit drawdown. If we're trading small, like I'm trading small with you guys, your chance of hitting drawdown should be 0 or very, very minimal. And you don't need to have large leverage. This is 3 minis, which is probably 2 minis too large for the kind of stuff that we do. I'm trading 1 to 2 micros on each position trade. The most you want to trade on any one of my positional trades is maybe 4 micros. 4 micros and a good run, like we can give, target 1, target 2 in New York session, you could make $200 on that one single trade. And, you're going to have like 10, 20 trades potentials in a day. You don't need to trade large to make large. And with this structure that I actually really, really like, I think it's one of the best deals I've seen in a long time. Anyways, use our code, please. because that gives you the biggest discount. You can use the PT Edge code, and that will give you the absolute biggest discount on FT. Oh my God. Yeah. Well, thank you, Mick. Thank you for thank you for reminding me, as everybody else does, that I have gray hair now. Yes, I do. Although, as my Russian barber tells me every single week when I go to him, just be lucky that you have hair. Don't worry about it. It tells me, don't be an idiot. You still have hair. So I guess, we're all grateful for different things. But yeah, man, I love Melbourne. I love Sydney. I love Australia. I just hope you guys don't turn communist anytime soon. It's getting very, very scary to me. But the country I love, the people I love. Who else is new in the room here, guys? We trade every single day, 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. And we're going to trade to 11 a.m. most of the days. We're going to trade 5 hours. We're going to go hardcores. Yeah. Oh, Max, are you East European? And are you in Australia? I know. The world should just listen to East Europeans and just bitch slap the white progressives into reality. Yeah, I know. I always love people who tell me how good communism is, because they're the ones that have never lived under communism. Right. I hear you, baby. I hear you. Which Baltic states? Where you from? Are you from Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania? Which, by the way, Latvia. Yeah. Great. All the Baltics are amazing, and they're doing great. Riga, how nice. I think I have some family from one of my branches from Riga. I originally come from my dad's side is from Odessa in Ukraine, and my mom's side is from Belarusia in Minsk. So I have this totally opposite combination of background. My mom is blonde and blue-eyed, like an absolute, white as you can be, white Ashkenazi Jew. My dad is dark as you can be. My original dad, yeah. Yeah. So we're holding the VWAP, guys. The London session high, kind of small sell-off. The next level obviously is the Tokyo high. If the rally kind of wants to hold, that's the Tokyo high. I think a lot of it is really coming down to CL, right? Everybody's watching oil. I mean, if oil can dip below 80, it's going to give it a big boost. I mean, the whole story in the equity market now, I guess it's really like a three-part story of what's keeping equities up. And now we're getting a lightning bolt up. So I may actually want to trade. I think I may want to trade this trade up. Let's buy a little bit here. We'll buy a little bit of this and see if we can get underneath. Okay, so we have two. We're gonna hold I'm going to hold my stops pretty much underneath these levels and see if we can run towards the London high here, right over here on first target, and see if we can run next target, just below Tokyo high, and see if we can run those levels. Wait, what was I talking about before? Oh, the three things that are driving the market right now is interest rates, which is positive because the latest macro data was relatively soft. So now the interest rate speculation has gone way down. Oil, which is negative, and that's the big drag because of the whole Strait of Hormuz situation. But I think Trump is making a bet, and I don't think it's necessarily a bad one, that we are pumping so much oil onto the global market, and the Chinese have basically tapped into their reserves, that the pressure, the marginal pressure on oil is relatively muted, and the less people care about that. I mean, the more production comes online, people are going to lock in these prices very happily. If they're producing it at 65, they're more than happy to offer it at 80, 79, so on and so forth. They may drive prices back down. I watch gas prices literally every day as a measure. In New Jersey, where I'm at right now, gas is like one of the lowest states in the nation because there's a lot of refineries here. So we peaked out at $4.29 a gallon just about a week and a half ago. Now we're like literally underneath $4. And from a retail point of view and from an economic point of view, that's the most important number for anybody to watch. I mean, we can, Kathy always liked to use Gas Buddy, but I just simply use Jersey as a proxy, more for directionality than for the absolute values, because I want to see if the delta is moving positive and negative, and it's been moving down. So despite oil being elevated, the actual gasoline prices have been going down. That's the component that's coming in. That's the second component. And then the third component, obviously, is the AI story, which is, and everything is melding together. Now, the AI story actually is weighing a little bit on the market because Intel and NVIDIA are doing major raises. And I think Anthropic is doing another big raise. So that's, it's creating lots of supply of stock on the market. So it's weighing a little bit on the market as a result of this. But it's also, in a way, a vote of confidence into the possible future of where everything goes economically. So I just think that people are absolutely underestimating the potential and the power of AI as it goes forward. And the people who underestimate it the most are the ones that use it the least and that understand it technically the least. Like, in my opinion, we are 3 years away from having truly intelligent robots in everybody's house for like $10,000, $20,000, and eventually 5 years away from having them at $3,000. Think about having somebody who does all sorts of workflow for you, just even manual workflow, laundry, cooking, cleaning, all that kind of stuff, in a fully intelligent, comprehensive way. Then books your car appointments and does a million other things that that could save you time. And you basically have a Saturday's paid $379. Gervais said, yeah, I've seen it underneath $4. You're right. So I mean, I think as long as we stay underneath $4, we are treading water, and it's not that big a pressure on the market, because it's not cutting away consumer spending drastically. It's still a weight. It's not a tax cut by any means, but it's not a significant tax on the consumer. So that's the key thing to watch. To me, fundamentally right now, the inputs is oil, interest rates, and whatever equity supply we have on the AI front. That's pretty much where we stand. So we're having a quiet positional trade here. against London highs. I'm parked underneath the swing lows here to see if we can continue hold. We're above. We broke a VWAP to the upside. We're holding the wave. We're trying to see if the markets want to jump up a little bit higher. But as you can see, supply and demand are very, very muted. It's a quiet day. 7 o'clock. Around 7 o'clock, New York comes on. A lot of institutional desks come on in New York, so we'll see if there's any business to be done here, and then we'll go from there. Today is a pretty quiet day on the calendar, I think. That's right, Rosie, the Jetsons. We're going to have Rosie the robot. Rosie the robot. That's right. Wait, where am I? I wanted to go to. Let me see Forex Factory. So Australia held rates the same. We have ADP weekly employment change today. Existing home sales. Nothing much to do. Small business index is actually not bad. Pretty good. Now, the AI bubble burst. I've lived through the tech bubble, and it's nowhere. It's not even remotely the same as the AI bubble, in a sense of like the level of productivity that AI provides is a factor of 100 that the internet provided. Like internet's advantage was primitive in its internet's advantage was basically speed and communication. You could get things done quicker online. That's it. Whereas with AI, literally every single function, from legal to accounting to design to to database to software management to any kind of business function, to even sales, can be done for pennies on a dollar. Just pennies. At the moment you understand how to use it, you pretty much cut out huge amount of costs in your structure, and it's just starting out. Just starting out. We're good. We're good in reverse. We're having a good day. We're 3 out of 4 on our session trades. We have a trade right now that we're working to the upside. That's just floating, very, very quiet. Trying to see if we can move this. We cleared the VWAP, and we're trying to see if the market is going to try to rally to London session highs again. And then potentially to Tokyo highs. So we have one exit at London highs, one exit at Tokyo highs, and just trying to see how it plays out. We're holding the 29.8 pretty quietly. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Hang out with us through the New York session, because I actually have some giveaways that I might be able to give you. So I'll run a few contests, and we're going to go. I'm going to try and go to like at least 10:30 today with you guys. So we're starting to break out a little bit to the upside. Let's see if Let's see if we can run to target 1 on our structure here. Lightning bolt up. This is actually, I was looking at the thing. Yeah. It's also a scalp trade as well as a positional trade, but we have a position on, so I'll just leave the scalp trade be. So this is a scalp trade, which you could easily take for, 10, and a scalp gets done. Okay, so we hit London session. Oh, look at that! Look at that! Look at that! Right, 1 2 1 2 1 2. Nice, 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 nice. You saw that, guys? 1 2. London session high, Tokyo high, played out like a perfect playbook. We totally nailed that. Totally nailed that trade. It's a beautiful trade. I think that was there was like a 60 point trade. Just nice and easy sneezy through the London, through Tokyo highs. And now obviously we're targeting the prior day trading high, regular trading hours. Yeah, you just took that long. Good job. Good job. Good job. That was easy sneezy. Took a little while for us to develop the trade, but target 2 hit literally in in 1 second. And that's the way it works. You just boom. Sometimes you're gonna get the sweeps. 7 o'clock market brief coming in. Am I breakout trading? No, my friend. I suppose I could say I'm. And so what we're doing, you know what? Let's see how awake everybody is. No, Daniel, no badges, man. I'm gonna give away accounts. I'm gonna give away real shit. No bullshit badges. Who is it? Enzo is asking me, am I doing breakout trading? And I guess you could say yes, but it's very defined. So let me see 5 plus ones in the room. And it's nice when you come back from coffee. Mick, did you put the trades on and then you went to go get coffee and then you came back and you got the targets? Good for you. Good for you. So anyways, by the way, now, as I'm looking at this, what's happening? You see the lightning bolt down? If that holds, we actually have a legit, it's not holding so far, but if that were to hold, we actually have a legit sell trade at these levels, because it means we kind of ran up into the into resist. But it doesn't look like, it looks like the market want to run it through the prior day trading high, real time rate. This is regular trading hours high. We're like, what's really, really big move here, 29,900. That's where it feels like it wants to go. So I'm going to watch this pretty carefully. Let's see how well it trades around those levels and whether it finds a little bit of a resist there. But to answer your question, Anso, here's what we do. Our indicator has all the key levels: Tokyo high, London lows, VWAP, prior day's highs, prior day Globex highs, prior day regular trading hours highs. This is regular trading hours. Regular trading hours is what used to be called pit hours. That's when New York, from 9:30 New York to 4 o'clock, that's the regular New York open session. So we mark the high and the low there. And then the Globex high is the full 23-hour electronic session from yesterday. That one is marked with orange labels, and this one is marked with blue labels. So as a matter of fact, you see the prior Globex high, yesterday's Globex high, is right over here. Yesterday's Globex high was almost to 30,000. So now we're at 29.9, kind of stalling, right? And we are watching these levels, and we're watching how the price action responds around these levels using our scalp signals. what we found is that using our scalp signals, we get the earliest and the most potent entries into moves. So, for example, I had a lot of trades. I have a lot of different trades that we did earlier, but the last trade that we did was based upon the following assumption. We broke above the VWAP. We were holding the VWAP, and then we had a lightning bolt up. That's a breakout signal. That's our scalp breakout signal right over here. So we got long, as you can see. You can literally see this on the thing. We got long, our lightning bolt up right over here. We held the position, targeting short target, which was the London high, and the longer target, which was the Tokyo high. And it just blew up, boom, boom. Both of the targets got done in 1 minute as they swept the London high and a Tokyo high. And my argument is that by focusing on what really matters, on what the institutional flow is watching, which is where are today's levels, we have an unbelievably better edge than almost anybody else who trades, because we have the earliest entries into these structures, and we have the intelligent levels, both as targets and supports, that we can use to manage our trades. And as a result of this, just by trading our levels today, 4 out of 5 trades we made today were winners. And the one loser was when we tried to sell the VWAP break. We got stopped. We reversed right then and there and recovered the whole thing. Generally, if we get stopped out at a trade, it's almost always a very, very good reversal, because that means whatever we were thinking, the exact opposite now is going to be happening. So for us, a stop is as good a indicator as anything for potentially a new fresh trade. So it's very cool. We're good. We're having a very, very good day. Up about 100 points so far on NAS, and no complaints. No complaints. No issues. Is that clear to everybody? You want to give me a +1 if that's clear, if you understand what we're trading? Again, today we're trading this morning for our friends at Funded Next. Do me a favor, take a look at them. I was pointing out that, especially on the future side, I love that the CFD side is great if you trade CFDs, but on the future side, the 50,000 account is like one of the best bargains I've seen. $69, great structures, 25 up, 1,500 down, no consistency rules, no dead DLLs, no gates whatsoever. And because we trade small, this is a perfect account for us. It doesn't require lots of leverage for us to do well on this account. Yeah, it's really cool. Because every day we see the exact same structures over and over again, and we take advantage of them. And not just every day, every session, we see these flows that happen. Oh, cool. Cool. I would just, Colin, and I'd say this to everybody, if you're new to prop, or even if you're old to prop, trade one MNQ, two MNQs, like one MNQ, and then if the trade is working, you can do a second MNQ. Just trade that for a week. Don't get larger, and you'll be amazed, first of all, at how much money you're making at that size, at the smallest possible size, and more importantly, you will not lose the account if you do that. The first thing that everybody does is they want to size up. They want to trade the large contract. Large contract is like 2 trades for making you lose the account. And the small contract is more like, 30 trades for making you lose the account. You do the math and you tell me what's the probability. Just like if you think about this, so for funded next, $1,500 down, right? You know what that is on NQ points? That's $1,500 divided by 20. That's 75 NQ points. Let's say you trade the typical trades that we're doing, like positional trades, they maybe have 20, 30 points of stop. Like I said, 2 trades at 30 points of stoppages on NQ, and you're done with the account. That's why trading large, you're not in charge when you're trading large. The prop firm is in charge when you're trading large. No news. News is super quiet. What happened to CL? I don't know. But I remember I was saying to you that I think, if I saw CL come down, that's going to be positive for us. Maybe that was the bump on CL. CL bumped it, pushed us up. I don't think there was any news. We can take a look at Twitter. Let's see if anything is on here. I'm just looking to see what else is in the news here. Wow, holy cow. Look at that, 5,500 times oversubscribed by retail investors. That's some demand. So we stalled, right? Stalled right at these levels. ATR is around 10. Not much going on here, so we're just chilling. You like that? Cool. All right, let's take a little bit of a break. I'm going to play a little music for you guys. It's kind of chill. I'll be back in like 5 minutes. Just get some more coffee, and we'll see if London starts to pick up a little bit. We have an hour from now. We have ADP numbers. That'll be the only news that we have coming up. I'll be right back. All right, guys, I'm back. A little bit late on this trade, but it's okay. I'm gonna see if I can give it a shot here. The trade here is that we broke down this level, right? The London high kind of failed. Lightning bolt down tells us that the sellers are now starting to gather pace, and the trade should have been around the 50s. I took the trade obviously at 40s. I'm about 10 points off the market. We're gonna let it play out. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Obviously, you want to, I'm just late to the game, and the trade should have been here. But we'll see. We'll let it play itself out a little bit. See if it works for us. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It'll be a lesson for being late. But overall, this was another really good scalp signal that's turning into a day trading signal, which is really what we want. We're going to give ourselves a little room here to see if we can work the trade out. Basically, we failed at the London session highs and just in front of yesterday's regular trading highs of this 29,900, and trying to correct ourselves down. How much we correct ourselves down, we'll have to see. The most obvious target is back to VWAP. Do we make a full round turn trade back to VWAP? We'll have to see. But for now, it's just kind of like floating around. I'm going to see if I can try and take a little bit of this trade, out. I'm going to take a little bit of this trade down, mainly because half a loaf is better than none. This trade should have been from the 40s. If I was here, I'd be able to lock in, target 1 and then try to trade target 2. But since I'm late to the entry, I'll take whatever I can get right now, since I know my execution wasn't good. So yet another trade in the bank. We're basically 6 out of 7 now. I think, yeah, 6 out of 7 on the trades. Let me tell you exactly. I was counting 12 out of 16 because it's counting the doubles. All right, well, if we count this, oh, I know why, because it's counting the Qs. So we take those 2 out. You take 3 of those out. That would be 13. It's 11 out of 13. We're 11 out of 13. It's actually very good. Really good numbers. Yeah, 84%. Really, really good numbers. Coming up to the New York Open around 8 o'clock. We'll switch around. So here's a story that we did since 6 o'clock onward, basically. Here's the VWAP that breaks to the downside. We sell that we sell the VWAP, cover it up over here. There's more VWAP selling over here. That stops us out because we sell the bottom. Basically, we think that there's going to be more VWAP continuity. No, reversal. Once it reverses, we take the upside and recovery of the VWAP. So that we take both of those as a positive trade. Then right over here, we take this was just simply buying the dip over here. I bought the dip over here because it was a nice clean scalp trade. That worked out very, very nicely. And then we take the breakout over here. We hold the VWAP. We take the break of the above the VWAP. Hold it, and it's moons in our favor over here on this big spike. Then the spike that it moved on was level 1 was London high and level 2 was Tokyo high sessions. So we took both of those out right over here. Then we stopped. We pretty much stopped right in front of the prior day trading high and got a downward signal over here. It took it a little bit late, covered it up because we took it late. But if we took it on a proper signal, we would have been short from over here for a full 20-point move here, which would have been nice. Now it's just back to holding, consolidating, still floating above the VWAP. Not much really going on here. The big question is, if we have a rally, the key thing is going to be, I'm going to be able to take out the prior day regular trading highs around 29.9. That's going to be the key thing. Market's still pretty quiet today. We have a couple of reversal triangles in a really non-active tape is bearish. Reversal triangles to the upside. Climate is moderate. There's just no signals here whatsoever. It's all flat. Good morning after 4. UB, are you asking me about the activity on Funded Next? I think they do have activity. Like they need you to trade it, I think, like once a week. But all you got to do is just trade a small trade, and then it goes back to being active. But obviously, you're trading these accounts with the assumption you're going to trade it every single day. There's no point otherwise to trade prop. Markets are getting a little bit of a scalp condition here. Trade climate as danger means that high volatility, higher volatility tape is bearish. So if we get any kind of a green triangle, we want to be fading it. You know what I think I'm going to do to give you guys better guidance is we'll just trade. I'm going to trade the 27 account. I'm going to trade one account on a scalp basis and the other one just purely directional. And that will we'll get a chance to see more trades, more executions, as can learn the setups more. So I'll just keep the scalp trades on one structure, and I can even do it over here. This is perfect. I can do it off the charts, and this one I'll trade off the, yeah, that's perfect. So this isn't really a scalp trade, but if it was a scalp trade, the idea is green triangle. You want to fade this move because the tape is bearish. On a very small basis, 34. It's 4 target 10 stop over here on this scalp move. The trade would have been, where would have been at 34. What am I short at? I'm 31. I'm short at 31. So that's obviously a bad, not a good execution. But I wanted to give you an example of what I would do as a scalp trade. So if it came in at 34 and the cover was 29, you would have been able to already execute it. But let's see. Let's just see if this scalp to the downside works, because I'm operating under the dominant premise of the thing. And there we go. We're almost there. Almost there. It's a good example of the kind of scalp you could do with the tape regime overlay. This is the overlay to our dots indicator that gives you these little scalp conditions that you could trade. It's actually really cool. I can give you scalp ideas as well as the directional ideas here. Price like fully unwinds. Oh, speaking of which, somebody was saying that gold crashed and gold came back. Oil came back. I think that was the thing. Oil was 82. It came down below 80. Came back up. Now it's pressing on equities. I'm trading micros right now. I'm trading micros because that's all you need to do to trade well. I mean, this account is up like 60 NQ points in the hour that I've been trading with you without any effort. If you make 100 NQ points on one single micro, that's $200 per account. That's like 10 days to fund it with literally 95% confidence that you're not going to get stopped out. Now contrast that with trading the mini, where just 3 bad trades when you're gone. You're just gone. Very low risk. Very low risk. Oh, here we go. Another possible scalp, guys. So this is kind of interesting. So this one, because the tape has turned neutral, is actually going to be a buy for us. We're going to take the direction of the triangle. I'm going to see if we can buy it. Nope, trade turned bearish. So we want to be a seller here. If I can get that. All right, we're in trade. Really trying to trade the tape direction. Let's see if we can get the the sell side. You know, we're actually, it's interesting you're asking that, H2 producer. We're putting together like a course that discusses all these basic things. We should have a course available, definitely, like, you know, by the end of this month, that's going to, you know, show you all this stuff. But I'm also starting, you know, coaching this Saturday. So, you know, if you want to join the coaching, I will have a link. I'm going to try and I'm going to have a meeting with Kathy today. I might have a link for you guys as early as tomorrow, you know, for the coaching buy-in, like a 3-month coaching entrance into our thing. And there, that's going to be very easy for you to learn all those techniques, because we're going to discuss all those basic techniques in coaching. I totally understand, like, you know, if you've never traded futures, just learning the mechanics is really, really daunting. But it's like an hour of me showing you, and then you'll be a pro. It's just a matter of understanding. Like anything else, when somebody can show you how stuff works, it's so much faster than you trying to discover it by yourself. So I'm hoping we can get the coaching link up and running by today, because I know there's a lot of people that have that really want to join, and I want to give them a chance. So I'll let you know tomorrow. Action today is so chill that I'm actually just playing background music, which I never do. And second scalp hits the target, guys. See, we're just gonna I'm just gonna show you the scalp structures, so that, you know, when we don't have any day trading structures, we just trade those nice and easy on the chart. So what was, you guys want to know, like, what the structure was? Give me a couple of +1s and I'll tell you exactly why this was a scalp trade and why it traded the way it did. DJ, come on, I want to see a couple more yeses. Everybody is asleep this morning. Gloria, how are you? Any updates on MT5? No. What are you looking for MT5, Chris? Specifically. Sparkle. All right, so let's zoom in, and I'll explain to you. Okay, I guess I better turn off the music. Now it's getting annoying. Okay. All right, let's zoom in, and I'll explain to you exactly why the structure was, how the structure went down. Okay, we're gonna go to replay. First, I want to walk you through a replay so you guys understand what's going on. And because it's very important to look at the tape regime indicator in conjunction with the signals, right? In conjunction with the signals, right? So let me just see something here. Okay. So the rule of thumb that we have is we need the trade climate. If we're looking at triangle trades, we want the trade climate to be extreme, we want it to be dangerous, we want, sort of volatile trade climate. And it goes trade climate as the first order of filter. The second filter is tape, and only direction is the third. So in this particular case, The trade climate is moderate. That's not a perfect trade, but let's say it's good enough, right? You certainly you don't want the trade climate to be safe, meaning that there's very little volatility. You want volatility to be increasing, because that's in increasing volatility, the reversal trades are the ones that really provide the best risk reward profiles. So in this particular case, volatility is increasing, right? Not perfect, but good enough for us to maybe consider a trade. The tape is bearish, which means what we want to do is sell the green, not buy the green. Tape dominates direction, right? It dominates direction. So if the tape is bearish, we want to be selling the green here somewhere around 37s. Go forward, and it obviously drops over here and creates a structure. Now we're clearly in a positive triangle trade structure, because now the trade climate is truly volatile. We're in danger zone, meaning it's truly volatile. So that means the signals on the triangle side are going to be legitimate. So here's a legitimate signal, right? Legitimate signal that where the tape was bearish at the time of the signal, and the trade climate was dangerous. So we want to take this sell somewhere around 24s. I think I took it at 22s, and you see how it rolls over, and comes back down. So if I'm going to take out this replay, you can literally see me. Once I get out of replay mode, you'll actually see the actual trades. What's going on here? I don't know what's going on. Let me just refresh this. Sometimes TradingView gets stuck. Is this what's going on over here? Huh. I think it got logged out. Let me try it. Let me just log in here. Okay. So yeah. So this was the first, signal to the downside that we took, and this was the second one we sold over here. Nice, clean structure. Now, this was another potential trade for us. But when you get over here, the tape becomes neutral. Once the tape becomes neutral, you can actually take the direction of the triangle. Triangle no longer gets overridden. I think. If I go back into replay mode right now, I think over here, see, the tape is neutral. Still in danger zone. Tape is neutral. Here's a triangle. That's the upside move. Here we take the direction. So if the tape does not override the triangle, we take the triangle direction. If the tape does override it, we take the opposite. Yeah, it will be recorded. Absolutely, don't worry, it will be recorded. They're always recorded. So we have like more selling pressure here on the market, but not under any levels that are that we want to take. Like, they haven't broken the VWAP. It's just basically the unwind that we've seen from the London high failure. And you see, you see how much potential there is to make money out of essentially a sideways market. Most of the times the market is sideways, and you're never going to make a lot of money directionally if all you are focused on is trading directionally for big trend moves. Well, that's like 30% of the time, maybe even 20% of the time. 80% of the time, it's just riding the waves. And if you can learn how to ride the waves, that's where the money is at. The money is, buying this and selling this and buying this and selling this and just surfing the price waves. And that's the great thing about the indicators. It's really, really good at finding the turning points on those price waves to be able to ride them really well. Get in there early, and get in there early, get in there often. As they say in Chicago, vote early, vote often. So we're almost coming up to the New York Open, or New York, our half-hour mark, halftime mark. We'll take a little bit of a break there, and then we'll reconvene. In this particular half of the session, we're trading for our friends at Funded Next. Just my last plug for them, because I was really, really impressed. Where's the Funded Next? Here we go. I just wanted to show you, this is the thing that I really like. There's lots of different good accounts here, but this is like the best value I've seen in a long time. It's a 50K account for less than $70, all in. Like there's no fee once you if you pass the eval, there's no additional fee for funded. There's nothing else. There's no daily loss limit. There's no consistency rule. There's nothing to stop you from basically just trading. Very, very clean, clear. 5 days to make rewards. Profit target is 2,500. Max loss is 1,500. It's a little bit tighter on the max loss, but the target is much closer. So, trading the way we do with the small NQs, this is a very, very conducive structure for the kind of ways we trade. So give it a shot. I really like this offering. Market actions really stalled. ATR went from like 10 to 7, meaning again volatility compression. And just relatively quiet structures, but we'll see. From a bigger point of view, it's been a 29,500 to 30,000 trade for the last 4 or 5 days. That's sort of been the big dominant range of where we've been trading, right? So we're just going to try to operate within those zones. Yeah, it's the same deal. With Funded Next, it's the same deal. The target, like you just repeat the process on Funded, and that's where you get the payouts. Very clean deal. I really like the fact that I like it when props have like 3 rules. It's like I always have a rule that a good dish should only have like 5 ingredients. If you have to have the 20 ingredients in a dish, you're overcomplicating it. So I like the same way with my props. You should only have 3 to 5 rules, and that'll be it. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. Keep it clean. So we're chilling. We took a couple of scalp trades. There's no directional trades that we've had since about 7 o'clock. Here's the directional account. I just decided I'm going to trade one account directionally and the other one account on a scalp side. I guess I don't even know if the word directionally is correct. What would be the right word? I guess I'm going to use the word directionally because it's just the easiest way to. I don't want to make it too complicated. But this one we trade basically on a 1-2 structure. Generally, I'm always going to enter with a 2-unit basis, short target, long target, and you can see short target, long target. That really amplifies your P&L, because when you hit the long target, it's double your short target, and really, really adds to your P&L. That's exactly how we're able to capture 100 points in a very quiet market today. And then the other account, I traded directionally right over here for a couple. Traded scalp wise. I just scalped this when we had the signals. Right now we don't have anything. We don't have either the scalp or the directional signals. We're just kind of chilling. We're gonna give it another 5 minutes. Then they're gonna wrap up for our friends at Funded Next, and then start our New York session. Don't worry, I'm not going to go anywhere. We're just gonna reset the screen and get ourselves organized. So here's a question. I'm kind of curious. Let's do a little poll. It's quiet. This is a question I've never asked before, and I'm actually super curious here. Let's do a poll. I'm going to do this in YouTube. On average, how many hours per day do you trade? And I'm going to start with, I'm going to give it from 1 to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. And actually, you know what? We'll just, I think I can only go up to 4. Let's do greater than 4. All right, answer the poll. I'm actually curious. The poll question today is, on average, how many hours per day do you trade? 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, or more than 4 hours per day? Because it's interesting for me to know, because then I can suggest what would work best for you. No red folder news today, my friend. Tomorrow, mañana is CPI day. We're gonna trade CPI tomorrow. Today, just chilling like a villain. Oh, look at this, half the room. There you go. I knew you guys were degens. Oh, look at this. That's good to know. That's good to know. Yeah, I had a suspicion, but that's great. Okay, keep answering that questions. I'm super curious how much you trade. All right, so we're going to say goodbye to our friends at Funded Next. Great prop, as I said. Take a look at their offerings. PT Edge is the discount, the highest discount you can get with them. I like the 50K account. I also like the 150K account. Really good account too. 8 up, 4 down. Both of those on the future side look really good. Okay, so we're going to switch around. And let me see if I can switch to mine. Goes out to Apex. Yes. We're going to switch to our friends at Apex right now. And we're going to trade my Apex account, which, is my OG. But Apex especially important today, because legacy account, they are threatening this is going to be the last day. They're going to take them away. So it means your last chance to lock in legacy accounts, which have much looser rules, much easier structures to trade with. And the good thing about it is they're the same rules in Funded as they are in eval, in a sense that there is no DLLs, there is no minimum days. All those things that are in the new accounts, they want to have them. So the sale is going away in the end of the day today. Definitely nail it down. Use our code BKSAVE for Apex. It's critical. I'm going to show you my Apex accounts right now and everything that I've done with them. We're going to leave the Funded Next. Let me get out of here. Let me get out of this one, my Tradingview account. And let's trade our Apex accounts for the New York session. And specifically, I have a lot of funded accounts in Apex, right? But we still have a little bit of business on the evals. I have 2 evals, the 84 and 85. And you can see that both. No, this is the wrong one. You can see the 85 before they're just 1,000 away from getting funded. And we're going to try and stay very focused on trying to trade them in this exact way, positionally, and even with small scalps. I'll do a little. I'll do one account positional and one account on scalps, just to show you potential trades. But generally, I'm really trading them much more on a positional basis, meaning, one NQ, two NQs, when I'm around the key levels. And it's been working, it's been working great. So let's see if we can run this down. Yeah, legacy is trailing drawdown. Yes, correct. Now the thing is that the way we trade trailing drawdown is for us, it doesn't affect us, because the way we're trading, we're almost always exiting at equity high, or we're always exiting on tick low, tick high, so equity doesn't really matter. And because we're trading so small, the drawdowns doesn't like, you can, if I show you, I have one account here. Like, here, let me show this to you guys. I wonder if can I draw this? I wonder if I can drag this over here. How come? I don't know how to do this. I've been trying to. This new design in Chrome is driving me nuts. Oh, like this. Oh, okay. So just drop this. So I only have one account that I butchered on the eval that has a very, very small equity draw. But if you see, all my other accounts have just pretty much peak equity at most of them. This is a 25 that has 1,000 equity, and it's only, and I've just used up $90 of it. So the way we trade, it's it doesn't really matter. Like, we're perfectly okay. Hold on, I just want to. Sorry, I want to grab this now. How does this work? Okay, there we go. Okay. Just learning how to use the new Chrome interface and grabbing the accounts. So from our perspective, it really doesn't matter. The way I trade, drawdown is not an issue. For a lot of people, that's a big barrier, but for us, it isn't. That's why those are perfect accounts for legacy. Let me give you the link to Apex, just to make sure that you guys get it. Oops, sorry. Here's the link. Good morning, Bella. Good morning. Good morning. How are you? We're starting to trade for. I was just telling everybody this is the last day to pick up the legacies. So if you haven't done it, absolutely grab them, and grab them especially for tomorrow, because we have the CPI news, which is our best way to get one and done funded. Right? We got funded in 3 accounts on Friday on NFP. Let's see if we can repeat the same thing on CPIs and just get it done. Time is running out. She's reminding. Yes, exactly. So definitely go get the legacies. And I'm also gonna do a couple of giveaways. Matter of fact, we can start registering it. Let me give you the link. Let me give you the link. I just gotta go find it. It's BK Trader Tools. No. Giveaway. I forgot my own links. I think it's giveaway. Give away. Yeah, let me just check one other thing. I want to delete all the former giveaway. Give me just one sec, guys. I'm going to work in the background here for a second. Okay, good. Do we have this? Oh, no, refresh. No, I want to delete. Why isn't this working? Huh. Huh. All right, we're going to do one giveaway. I'm going to give you guys a list. I can't seem to refresh the entries, but it's not that big a deal. Let me give you the link. It's BK Trader Tools giveaway. Yeah, I'll post the link, and you can enter, and then we'll do a giveaway at the end of the show. Thank you, Bella. Thank you. See you later. So register, guys. We're going to give away free Apex accounts. I'm probably going to give like 2 of them away today. So go nuts. Go buy some Apex as well. All right, so it's interesting. Half the room trades 4 hours or more, which is the perfect strategy if you are if you're trading like this. We have a scalp here, by the way, which I want to do. Hold on just 1 second. What happened here? I missed the scalp. Sorry, I'm just, I want to get myself set up properly here. Where's my ATM? Oh. Oh, there it is. Okay, sorry. Okay, so we're going to use, I use this one on the scalp side, this one on the positional side. Okay, super good. All right, so we're going to trade the 85 account. I'll trade the 85 account on a scalp basis, and the 86 account was, positionally. And so this way we get a chance of both trade ideas here as we start trading for Apex. I'm actually going to, let's just do a little scalp condition here. So this is a late scalp, but it's okay. I'm gonna kind of ride the trade here. Trade climate is safe. Tape is neutral, so we take the direction of the breakout trade. And the idea here is we're trading with 410, 4-point target, 10-point stop on this particular scalp. Let's see if this plays out for us. And we're done. And that was a nice, clean scalp that that works just perfectly okay. Now, what's also happening here is you can make the argument, they're kind of holding the VWAP. There's a little bit of a breakout, and we should probably go directionally on the 86 account, which is what I want to do now. And try and trade this directionally with a sort of a stop right underneath all of the bump lows, and target, short target, long target, back up to Tokyo high. The idea here is, look, we spent like about an hour consolidating, did not break the VWAP. Have a reasonable chance here to run towards Tokyo high on a positional basis. So I'm going to try and trade this. I got, the volatility breakout signals is our signal to say, hey, market is waking up into that direction. Let's follow the market. That's basically what we're doing here. We're taking the scalp signals to give ourselves positional trades against the current market structure that we're seeing. Yeah, I if your email is registered, then you're good to go. Don't worry. Oh, let me give you the did I not give you the giveaway? Where's my giveaway thing? Here's the link for everybody who's in the show giveaway. I'm actually going to put this on X as well. Okay, I put this on X. Those of you guys watching us on X, it's on my feed. You can get the link on X as well. Okay. Eight o'clock, we are waking up to the New York session. London was pretty sleepy, but we managed to actually do very, very well. And here's target one done on our trade here, and see if we can crawl up to target 2 here. I'm actually going to just probably take this right now to target 2. Instead of moving my stop to break even, I'm just going to take it to target 2 and push it higher. And that's it. That was just a clean move towards Tokyo high. Nothing complicated right then and there. That made about 25 points right then and there in the trade. You've never traded with any prop besides Top Step and private brokerage. How do you get started? Just simply go open an account with Apex. Here's the link. Click the link. It costs you a whopping $19 to get a $50,000 account. Go out there, it's 90% discount. Use our code, and just get like 3 or 4 of them because that sale is disappearing tonight. So you might as well just harvest them and use them in the next week or 2 because they'll be really, really cool. All right, that's it. Just it's super easy. You don't need anything but the link, the discount, credit card. You're good to go. They'll set you up in a second. Choose Tradingview if you want, or choose what charts. It's up to you. I'm going to trade Tradingview today for the most part, guys, just because it's we've been trading Tradingview on Tradingview for the most of the day, and you can see the trades very easily. And I'll correct. But if if you are looking for a big, I don't think anybody. Let me disabuse you of any notion of like people who don't have consistency rules. If they don't have consistency rules, they have like what's called a 5-day rule, meaning that you have to trade for 5 days. So they're going to consistify you one way or the other. No prop firm is going to give you money because you made one big trade that funded you. It's just the stupidest thing in the world to think so. And it'd be the stupidest business decision to let you do that. They are not in the business of funding people who get lucky, right? They're in the business. They want to see you make $3,000 the way I do over 300 trades. They want to see consistency because that means you have skill. If you make $3,000 on one trade or even two trades, you just have luck, okay? And they don't fund luck. So whichever way they structure these deals, there's always a consistency structure embedded in the deal. So 50% is more than reasonable. You know, if you have a $3,000 target and somehow you manage to make more than $1,500 that day, it's probably because you got lucky. So the consistency rule to me is sort of like the least interesting, in a sense, or the least controversial. The thing that's annoying is what some of them will do it. Apex does this too on the new accounts, but not on the legacies, which is why I love the legacies. Is they make you make like $100 or $200 a day for like 5 days, again to show skill, not luck, and that's a little bit annoying, but definitely not hard to do given the way we trade. But you're always going to be facing tests to prove to them that you can trade with skill, not with luck. I don't know. I don't know TPT's structure. I think they basically look. I mean, they have like a whole internal rating thing, which he was talking about yesterday, and I think that probably goes into it. Anybody take that trade with me? By the way, did you guys take that trade back to Tokyo highs? Yes, no? Hey, Paul, how are you? Good morning, good morning. Who's joining us fresh? I see a lot more people in the room now. Good to see you guys. We're ready to rock and roll. We are blazing with our scalp positional combo, where we're using our scalp signals to basically take positional trades, 2 levels. And I'm gonna repeat to you what I told everybody in London, because a whole bunch of new people just joined the stream. So I'm gonna explain to you why this thing works so well. Okay. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Not trading gold. It's not because gold is not a good instrument, because the key to trading is focusing on one thing. Okay. We're going to do the Bruce Lee method. I fear no man that practices 10,000 punches. I fear a man who practices the same punch 10,000 times. We're going to be the man that practices the same punch 10,000 times. No distractions, no fuck ups, no instruments. Okay. Gold does not exist in our world right now. We're just NQ. That's it. Okay. Oh, good, Aram. I'm glad you took it. Okay. So I'm going to set up the whole philosophical structure for why what I'm showing you really works so well. Because I talked about this in Europe, and now that everybody's kind of joined me in North America, I want to explain it to you. Our indicator is pretty simple. We're running a short-term moving average against the VWAP. The short-term moving average has a whole bunch of indicators inside of it, lots of coloring. All of that, you can, if you want to find out all the minutia of what it does, and there's quite a lot of it, and it's quite interesting, you can, I'm just going to send you the link. You can download the PDF for the dots indicator, and you can find out every single meaning behind all of the stuff, so that you can process it all like I do, instantaneously. But for the purposes of what we're doing in live trading, we only want to focus on 2 things: our scalp signals, and there's 2 of them. There's the triangle signals and the lightning bolts. And lightning bolts is the primary signal that we're really, really focusing on. And the levels that the indicator displays. Now, the thing that's most valuable about the indicator is that we're displaying all of the key levels for the day. And the key levels for the day are the following: London high, London low, Tokyo high, Tokyo low. When New York comes on, New York high, New York low. And then prior day regular trading hours, which is called pit hours, New York, basically New York session hours, high, low, and prior day Globex high, Globex low, and VWAP, right? So why are session levels so important, and why does price go from session level to session level, support to resistance around those things? You can see this, just constantly. Like, for example, we hit London highs, we sold off, we consolidated, we came back to Tokyo highs, right? And then we're probably going to run London highs. Why does this work? And all the other stuff is just crayons on a page. Fibonacci is crayons on a page. IFG is crayons on a page. ICT order blocks, which I absolutely love. We have it built into the thing. They're still crayons on a page. What I mean by crayons on a page is that they are, somebody who's not really sophisticated, like, will think that somebody who's super ostentatious and super flashy is they always say the poor man's idea of a rich man is somebody who's super flashy and likes to flash their bling. That's that's what a poor man thinks that a rich man is. And a truly wealthy person never really ostentatiously displays their wealth because they don't have to. Well, it's the same thing in terms of like IFG, 1 hour candle, 4 hour candle, resistance zones on the charts and all that kind of stuff. It's the retail trader's idea of what support and resistance is like. It's very, very naive and very inaccurate. All of those levels that everybody paints for you on YouTube are luck levels. And that's why, if you ever seen, I've seen so many interesting YouTube videos now of guys who are actually quant guys who go out there and try to test these levels. Like, I saw a really interesting video on Tory Trades. The guy back tested her thing and it was like 85% losing trades. That's why none of those things work they look really beautiful because they pick the 1 out of the 15% of examples that actually work, while ignoring the 85% of the examples that fail on those examples, because they're all luck. You're just cherry picking the examples. The reason why these levels are not luck, but actually skill, is because current market high sessions, low sessions is what institutional traders look at all day long. I was showing, I think I still have this. Let me see if I have this. Just a momento. Where is it? I don't have it. Let me show you. I was showing this movie called Memento, which was like an old movie, which is okay. It's an okay movie, but the reason I was showing the movie was because the key to this movie is that the central character, played by Guy Pearce, has no long-term memory. Doesn't remember about, I didn't know. Oh, Christopher Nolan directed this? Holy shit, I didn't know Christopher Nolan directed this. Wow. Jesus Christ, that's a long time ago. Anyways, it's a classic movie. The whole idea is that the guy is like in the middle of a murder mystery, and what he doesn't realize is that he himself is the murderer in the end. So I gave away the plot. But the point being is he has no memory. He doesn't remember what happened to him 5 minutes ago. And if you ever understand how the market trades, you understand the market has no memory. Market doesn't care about what happened yesterday or 5 days ago, or the Fibonacci retrade from 3 years ago that looks like a confluence level to you, that is just simply a lucky point on a chart. The market only cares about 3 or 4 things. Where's the VWAP? Where's the London high? Where's the New York high? Where's the Tokyo session? Where's yesterday's high? Are we going to run those levels? We're not going to run those levels. Is there demand around this particular structure or not? Are we buyers or sellers? I'm going to break all of this down and push it lower? Yes or no? It's only the most immediate transaction, because even yesterday's transactions are already done, right? Today, there's new guys in the market operating on new transactions, and they are pivoting off of the most recent reference points, because those recent reference points is what's driving short-term flow. Okay, and if you understand that, that's how you understand why scalping, or position trading, or whatever, directionally trading against those most immediate reference points is what makes successful trading, right? That's what does it. What time is it? 8:15. Did ADP did we just get some news? Let's see. Looks like we may have had ADP numbers. Let's see. What do we do here? ADP 8.25 employment change. I mean, that's not horrible, but I guess it dropped us down 65. Wow, there's like a 40-point drop on Nasdaq. What time is it now? It's no, that was like 5 minutes ago. No, this must have been some news. I feel like this must be a headline news. No, I don't know. Maybe just to sell it. But the point being is, you see, this is seller. Like, he doesn't care about yesterday's news. He doesn't care about 5 day ago Fibonacci retrace level. The main things that people care about, and so I was going to say session levels, and then the most immediate thing that they're also going to be looking for is round numbers, right? So we're trading 29.5 to 30,000, and within every 100 point, you will see a little bit of battle, right? So for example, even here, the Tokyo high pretty much tapped out, and we kind of reversed to the downside. Now I would have taken this trade to the downside if I wasn't yapping, because we basically failed the Tokyo high over here, and this was the first signal to the downside. So the trade here would be short with a stop over here. That would be the classic trades. U.S. forces fire on Panama flag ship attempting to run blockade of Iranian ports. Oh, all right, cool. Great. Good. I hope they blow them out of the fucking water. Yeah, I think the game in Iran now is going to be strangulation. So we'll see how that plays out. But yeah, market doesn't really care. Oil was up like 82. Now it's 81. Oil to me is interesting. I was talking about that. There's three things that we're watching in terms of fundamental inputs this month. Oil is obviously one. Anywhere underneath 85, we're okay. If we're below 80, that's wind at our back. Rates is the other one. Where are the rates? Where's the 10-year? I actually should put the 10-year over here. If we're going to do this, we should actually look for the 10-year. It's 10-year yield. I don't want to trade futures. I want to trade. Is it 10? How do they? Where's the? I want the yield. I don't want the. Oh, maybe these are yield futures. Let me see if this is gonna give me the yield. Oh yeah, cool. Let's give me the yield, because I hate it when they do bonds in the inverse. So here's the yield. So 4.7. Obviously, this goes towards 4.5. That's a huge wind at our back. It goes to 4.8, 4.9. That's negative. And then the last thing is obviously equity supply on the AI front. NVIDIA and Intel just filed for a huge equity offering, and that's negative to the market. Those are the three things that are really going to be driving everything going forward. So yields, oil, and the latest in AI spend and AI growth. So we'll have to see. And so, where did you pick up that news on the uh, Panama stuff? Because I don't see the red. Oh, here it is. U.S. forces on Panama. I was just late. Tape is neutral. Climate is safe. So no signals off the triangle. But we're gonna trade the scalp trades if we can as they go. By the way, the other cool thing is yeah, financial Jews. I see it. It was just I was just late. The other thing is the cool thing is when we're scalping today, I'm gonna do one account scalps, one account positional trades. The scalp side, because we're trading, small size, I'll be able to widen the structures to adapt to the ATR. Once ATR goes to 20, we're going to trade 820 instead of 410 on the structures to absorb the volatility and still be able to benefit from the scalp. So we'll see how it goes. Oh, good job, Elsa. I'm glad you passed the account. Nice job. Nice job. All right, I'm going to end the poll. Nice to see that half the room is degenerates and you guys trade 4 hours or more. But if you're trading more, so this is the whole point. If you're trading more hours, you got to do less size, which is perfect for the kind of trades that I'm showing you, right? Because if you do more hours with more size, that's the easiest way to burn the account, right? Just one wrong trade on size kills you, absolutely destroys you. All right, markets 8:30. No news at 8:30. We're just chilling. So scalp trades generally last 1 to 2 minutes. You'll see them. Like once we get a scalp trade, you'll see it. Positional trades last usually 10 to 20 minutes. And yesterday, if you saw James from TPT, he was basically saying it's the 10-minute time frame that is the much more forgiving time frame for most traders, right? Those are the traders that stay in the game and are able to get funded because they're able to absorb all of this, intra market volatility that we usually get. Oh. So we're bouncing around, mildly up, 29 basis points up for the day, but basically just holding in front of the VWAP. It'll be interesting to see if the market now breaks the VWAP. I'm going to be watching the VWAP. If it wants to come down and bounces back up off of a lightning bolt trade, I'll be a buyer. If it breaks through in a lightning bolt trade, I got to be a seller with the VWAP as the stop. So we'll see. We basically want to trade level to level. That's really what we're going to do. We're going to trade level to level and see what we can achieve, given how it's trading right now. Good morning, everybody. Who's new in the room here? Come say hi to me. I see a lot of people coming in. The other thing about, like, if you're trading 4 hours or more, we talked about this yesterday, the idea of beating the market with accuracy, not size, right? This is a problem I always have, which is like, oh, if I'm down, I want to size up, try to beat the market. The opposite you should be doing. You should just say, I want to be more precise. I want the next 2 or 3 trades to win, to get back that money. If you have that attitude, you are, first of all, never going to get stopped out. But secondly, have a much better chance of actually accomplishing your task. It's very hard to do. I'm the first one to admit it. You're always falling prey to the idea of, if I just increase size, I'm going to get everything back. But you should be thinking, I need to increase accuracy. I need to trade better, smaller and better, not bigger and worse. If you guys want to take a look at gold, I'm happy to take a look at gold just to see how our structures would have worked against levels, right? So this is yesterday's Globex high. We just look at this. We just rejected the Globex high, right? London high, yesterday's Globex high, selling over here. Gold would have been a trade. Could have been a trade to the downside. Here was regular trading day high. We bounced off of it, but all the way up to the Globex high. So we could have traded the levels as easily as anything else. Gold is definitely tradable. It's just that I just want to focus on MNQ. All right, I'm going to get another cup of coffee, guys. You guys chill out. Market is very slow, but hopefully we'll start picking up volatility. Although, we went from 10 to 8. Hopefully we'll start picking up volatility into the New York Open and see if we can get any moves. The general structure today is 29.8 to 30,000. It's that 200-point range where everything is trading in between, and that's where all the session highs sit in between those two levels. So I'll be back in just a minute. I'll play a little music, and we'll trade it out. recovering back to Tokyo's high. So the little sell-off on the news really not affecting us. It looks like the market just wants to go higher today. Question here from Joe about pending order. I do a lot of limit entry, both on my positional trades and a lot of times on my scalp trades. It's a two-edged sword. If you're, if the trade is really good, you're not going to get filled. But half the time, if the trade is good, but like say in between, you're definitely going to get filled at a better price. And a better price on a scalp sometimes makes a difference between winning and losing. On a positional trade, I kind of mix and match. What I do is I'll take the first trade market and the second trade on limit entry, so that I try to get a better price on the second position, which works, most of the time. So I think limit entries are fine as long as you're reasonable. You don't have like ridiculous, like you're not putting a limit entry over here when, below VWAP when you're over here. I'm usually putting them right underneath the bid ask. I always want to try to get the bid ask spread as much as possible, just to give myself a little bit of an edge. It means that, like, if you take the eval right now, if you take the eval right now, and let's say you pass it by the 25th of August on your evaluation, you're going to get the 125 lifetime fee. Like that fee, like, even though the evals themselves are going to go away tonight, as I was trying to tell everybody, get the evals from Apex right now. The ability to then, if you pass it, to pay the legacy lifetime fee instead of, like, I remember, like in the legacy stuff, you could pay like 10 years, you could pay like bi-monthly, and this eliminates all of that. So it just extends the ability for you to to pay that one-time fee until the 25th of August, because they want to give you time to pass the evals. Oh, you know what? Let's sell this. Where am I? I'm in the 86. Join ask. Let's see if I can get in there. See, I'm trying to get limit order on this. Just trying to be very patient. So why am I selling this? Tokyo high failure, right? We kind of hit Tokyo high. We ran back up. Lightning bolt down. Let's let's just do a small positional trade here against basically session highs. Moves over here. Let's get if we get some continuity on a positional basis. So, this was also a scalp trade, but I was late to this trade, so I missed it. What was it? The low was 44 and 41. Yeah, it wouldn't. The scalp trade wouldn't have worked anyways. We can go into the scalp account and see if I can get in there. See if I can get into the trade. All right, so now I'm in the scalp account just to kind of show you. I'm also scalping this particular structure. A little bit better prices. Let's see if that helps me out. So tape is neutral, climate is safe, direction is down. So when tape is neutral, we take direction. Direction is down. So we see if we can scalp this to the downside. I'm going to take my scalp out only because tape turned bullish, and I want to take it out actually plus 7 ticks. I'll take it plus 4. So it's just basically a scratch. This scalp is going to be a scratch, and we just have one positional trade on. We'll let that one float and see how it goes. This is basically positional against the Tokyo high failure with the swing high stop pretty much over here. This was the news that the U.S. fired on a Panamanian ship. Spike down. We retraced that spike, but didn't quite take out the highs. So once we take out the news spike highs, that's probably going to be a positive trade, and we can turn ourselves around. But for now, we're operating under the assumption that the sellers control the flow, and until shown otherwise, we're not going to do anything. I'm not trading well charts today. I just want to trade Tradingview today. I want to focus on just doing directional trades with you, and there's just too much distractions. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Who's new in the room? Come say hi to me. What are you doing? What are you trading? Who are you trading with? Let me know everything. Hey, Gilberto. And there we go. Can we resolve this? Come on, baby. Hit me. Just missed it by a point. Let's see if we can get any more downside action here. I know what I'm taking this trade. I just have zero patience on this thing. I don't know if they're probing the downside or whether this is just a hold. We've been holding here for about 10 minutes. We could easily come back and trade back up. So I don't see any super strong weakness here. So I'll take a small slice here. I'd rather be wrong on profit than be wrong on loss. Is a chart included with the membership to use with TradingView? Yes. You can sign up. Let me give you the link. Trading with your new love called ChatGPT. We're giving away, by the way, guys, just letting you know, I'm giving away Apex accounts. So let me give you the link. Sign up. Let me see how many people have signed up. I have a lot of people in the room. Going to be a couple of free accounts for you guys if you sign up. Let me just check. Where are we? Where? Oh, where are the charts? Did I just screw up the charts? Oh, here are the charts. Okay. So see, I just wasn't patient enough, and I should be more patient with these positional trades. But I should have been more patient. It just like, it was slow going. But this would have been a better trade had I waited. Now it's really starting to unwind a little bit. Okay, here's the I put the giveaway link into the thing. Let me see how many people have signed up already. Okay. More can sign up. You have plenty of room here. So this trade works out kind of half-assedly, but still works out. That puts us like 8 out of 9 winning trades on positional basis, and puts me further into like close to 75 NQ points already for the day. Just think how many NQ points that is with just very, very little, no stress, no mess trading. Good morning, Sledgehammer. Good morning. Green triangle, moderate trade climate, neutral play. This is not the perfect trade, but am I in the scalp account? Let's do this. I want to scalp this. Let's see if I can get into my scalp trade here. I'm going to do like a little bit of shits and giggles scalps today because we're doing small size. This is sort of good enough. The idea is climate is moderate, so it's climbing on volatility. This is a green triangle with a neutral tape, means we're going to take the direction of the triangle and see if we can just get that. It's a 4 against 10 in a very low volatility ATR 7.6. See if this is going to play itself out. I'm in at 38, so target is going to be 42. Almost 9 o'clock, so we're getting close to New York Open. ATR is still very, very low. We're like at 7.5 ATR, which is just shockingly low half an hour before the Open, just showing you that there's very little price action, very little activity. I mean, clearly vacation mode type of trading, also with very little news. Tomorrow is the news day. Tomorrow is the day we're going to trade straddles. It should be a lot of fun. But today is just kind of a quiet, consolidative day on our trade here. 42.75. And that scalp worked. Okay. And again, this is a quasi good scalp because the trade climate was getting more volatile, which is it's sort of more like a direction at this point where if I go from safe to moderate, I'm willing to entertain the trade, especially because we were positive VWAP. We were above VWAP. This was a green trade to the upside. I was willing to give it a shot. It was kind of like one of those, scalps you want to give it a shot to. So we're actually like 3 for 3 on the scalp side, just trading it very, very quietly. The positional trades are all working, but we don't have anything positionally now for us to really engage. So we'll wait. Oh, I gotta sneeze. Oh, sorry, guys. Oh, man. Joe, that's going to get updated. The whole trading community stuff, we're updating that very, very soon. There'll be a whole new website. So I wouldn't, I wouldn't worry about it. It's going to be an access to our Discord coming up soon. Let me know. Actually, there's a lot of people asking about the indicator, about signals. If you're interested in indicator signals or just the whole program, just type in yes, because I'm going to meet with Kathy after this, and I just want to make sure. I want to give you guys the latest offering, which we're just about ready to release. So I want to make sure that you guys don't sign up for something that's legacy. That's not going to be a real value to you. So if you're interested in the indicator, in coaching and anything else, just type in the word yes. I want to know how many people are interested, because a lot of people are asking all those questions. Okay, Max is interested. I guess Joe is interested, right? Anybody else? Just let me know, because by tomorrow I should be able to give you like much better information, because I'm having a meeting with her a little bit later. Steve is interested. A dragon. Okay. All right, Gilberto. Okay, Enzo. There's a lot of people. Okay, super. Good to know. So just hang tight. Let me just because we're just reworking everything, and I will have latest information for you tomorrow. And maybe I'll leave the link, because what I really want to do is, we have like this course that we, basically a coaching, like a coaching product for 3 months, which I think will be perfect for people. But I want to be able to give you that link. So that's probably the thing that you're going to want the most. So I'll let you know. Oh, this is one of my favorite trades. Okay, let's play this. This is an off the shelf, like off the menu scalp trades. Lightning bolt up, lightning bolt down. Generally, almost always means, I'm going to see if I can buy bid here. Let me see. All right, I'm in the trade. Hopefully, this is going to work for us. This generally means the reversal signal is the right signal, right? Flash down, flash up. It's just a matter of like this. This is such a big reversal signal. I hope I can survive the stop on this. You know, it's the only thing that bothers me. This was a small move down and a big move up. But let's see if I can survive the stop on this. But generally, this is a pretty good signal. And it's actually a pretty damn good signal positionally as well. Ah, fuck. This is gonna suck if this stops me out. Yeah, I just this was a big pump, 32 to 50 on 20-point signal on this vol move. See if we can get the push up here. Where am I in? I'm in at 50. All right, I'm going to take it out. If it isn't moving up, I'm not going to let it move down. I'm just going to scratch this out. Usually, you want it. It's supposed to move within the first 2 minutes. So I have both a target stop and a time stop on this. But if I was trading this directionally, and of course now it's going to push towards where I want to go. If I was going to trade this directionally, which is not not a bad directional trade, I would. What I want to see is actually it break Tokyo high. If it breaks Tokyo high, that gives me confidence that I'm going to try to run the London highs and the prior day highs. But right now, it's kind of died out. So we just scratched it at the surface and left it there. Just did not have this is a great trade. It's like usually 8 out of 10. This was the 2 out of 10 where it just did not have continuity. And I just scratched myself out. $9:05, about 20 minutes to the open. as you can see, we're just chopping around, right? We're holding in between here. Let's see what I want to do. A VWAP is calling. I'm sure English is watching it. I was going to say, Richard, are you a doctor? Nothing much going on here, guys. I'm staying quiet. Well, you could be like Dr. Abdul El Sayed. A doctor who can't practice medicine. That's always a good doctor. By the way, I heard that when he was like in charge of the city animal shelters, something like 85% of the animals in that shelter died unnecessarily, which is like really, like I couldn't say something worse about a human being than that. Like to be in charge of animals, and there was just feces and bad sanitation and all that stuff, which is exactly how communists run everything. So if you're in Michigan, I really hope you do not vote for that piece of shit. Everstein, are you saying yes to like getting the coaching link? Is that what everybody's saying yes to? Yeah, I'm going to try and get that for you guys tomorrow. I'm going to see if I can get Kate to organize this. So this is actually the scalp account, which I'm just nothing much is going on over here, and this is the positional account where we had nice clean runs here. And you can see the positional account is always going to be better. Prior day high, Globex all-time high yesterday. So it's basically 30,000 on yesterday's high. The VWAP is over here. We are 20 minutes away from the open. And guys, I mean, like, I cannot believe how look at the volatility. That is like in the dead of the night in Asia. That's the kind of volatility. Like 7 points per candle is just dead money. And we are such dead money right now. Nothing going on here. Vol is really, look at vol now compressed to 6. And we should all take a nap and wake up when. So I'm like, this is going to be really interesting. The New York Open, I guarantee you, the first candle in New York Open. Well, can't guarantee anything in the markets, of course, but my guess is today the first candle in New York Open, the first minute candle, is going to be less than 75 points. High to low, it's going to be less than that. It will be incredibly small. If this is the shape of things to come, we got nothing going on here. Nobody wants to transact today. Let's see if there's anything in the on Twitter, just to see if anything is in the news. Nothing in the news, guys.
233 W 72nd Street, Mainnet.
Okay. Oops, we are starting to pop down. You know what? That was actually a scalp trade. Let's take it. I want to go in the 85 account. I'm a little bit late on this, but damn it. I was just late. I missed the trade here and I'm late. But still worth a shot. Would I have made it if I was in? It was 25 and the low here was 20. Yeah, I would have made the trade. I'm just, with scalp trades, if you're not watching it that instant, you might as well not take it. So I'm always, like, this is the thing, when you're jumping in late, you're going to hit the retrace. Sorry, guys. I'm just, I was watching the news and I wasn't watching the scalp trade. So quiet, so we all got lulled into nothingness. But it's another reason for why, scalping is obviously a lower payoff structure than positional trades, because, like I said, you have zero margin for error, And whenever you're trading, you always want to have as much margin for error as possible. But look, we got lucky. We got lucky, guys, right? Bad. So, as Yogi Berra said, I'd rather be lucky than good. So we got lucky. Okay, that was nice. Now we're zoning towards the VWAP, right? Market tape is turning a little bit bearish. Let's see what we do. ATR finally increasing. 15 minutes to the open. Oh man, it got so boring. Everybody left the stream. Come on back, guys. End of the stream, I'm going to give away 2 Apex accounts. So if you want to hang, at least it'll be worth your time, because I know it's kind of boring on the structure today. But let me give you the link. Where's my link? Here's the link for the Apex accounts for the giveaways. And don't forget, today is the last day, right? So make sure you get some legacies. The great thing is you can just harvest them, inventory them for a couple of days. We can always trade them next week or this week. We're going to trade them for sure tomorrow on the CPI news, which will hopefully be a little more useful. We got a scalp up, safe conditions, bearish tape. So this is interesting. This is like a fadeable signal. The tape is bearish. The signal is bullish. We want to be selling this on the close. Let's see if that works. I'm actually curious to trade this out. It's already coming back. Damn. 8, 9. It went away from me. See, I rushed the trade. It went away from me. I got to kill this. Not a trade because we didn't have the lightning bolt went away. So not an extension. It was intra candle. It was actually a good signal, but not a signal. So no scalp. You long now? There's nothing here to make me be anything. There's there's just nothing. There's no breakout signals. We're close to VWAP. We are just treading water. So I'm just gonna sit on my hands until I get a signal. Last hour was basically 860, 820 trade, 40 point range. And this is exactly what James was talking about. Like, if you look at the, just look at the conditions here, and assume 2 types of structures. Assume scalping, which has a 10-point stop. And so when there's no continuity, you just get stopped in the retrace, right? Versus positional trades, which have much wider stops, like let's say around the Tokyo. Even if you were short against Tokyo high, you survived it. Even if you were long against VWAP, you survived the move on the rally back up. Like having that much larger breathing space is exactly what keeps you out of trouble on these churn structures. And these churn structures exist all the time. That's why large size, small stops is designed to kill you. Those things only work at very, very specific times for very, very specific time frames. I mean, scalping, we're basically, mildly up, but on the positional trades, we're up significantly. And that's the difference by having breathing room versus having no breathing room to give your, to let you, survive the chop. Time is it? 22, 8 minutes left to the open. Let's see how the open trades. So who wants to bet over under first candle in New York, 75 points? Type in over or under. What do you think? Given the volatility that you see right now. Five minutes to the open. Oh, you guys taking over. Look at this. You guys taking the first candle over at 75. I'm going to take the under. I'm betting under, guys. I'm betting under. Tammy's taking over. I'm definitely taking under. Look at the vol, 8.2. I'll be shocked if it's more than 75. But let's see. Might as well have fun. London high lows or Tokyo high lows, which has more resistance. I think definitely London. London is always going to be more chunkier because there's more. Also remember, London is like right in front of the Globex high lows too. So I think it's got to be London. And London low is on yesterday's pit close as well. So to me, London lows, London highs are going to be the ones that are going to have the biggest chunkiness in front of them. 3 minutes to the open. Let's see how we're trading. Good morning, astrologer. We're trying not to fall asleep in today's price action. It's kind of like a miracle that we actually made money on the positional trades, because it's not that we caught the waves here, but that's about it. And then we caught the London waves. London was actually more active than New York is so far. And then on the scalps, we just we're trading back and forth. There's not much directional flow on the scalps. 2 minutes to the open. Starting to show a little breakout to the upside. This is actually a scalp trade, but obviously I'm not taking it. But that would have worked on the scalp side. All right, we're betting over under. First candle, New York high, New York low. Is it going to be 75 points or higher? So my bet is it's going to be under. I gotta just adjust the sessions here. There's New York high, New York open. Wait, why did it just pop up right now? Oh, wait, no. Sorry, that's wrong. That's wrong. There we go. Uh, 42 to 27. The bet is 75. Oh, maybe you guys are going to get it. It's 40 points wide so far. 50 points wide so far. Still 50 seconds left in a candle. So 42 to 96. That's a 50-point range. The over-under is 75. Still pretty small candle. Usually it's a 100-point candle, but we did open up wider. Let's see, 25 seconds left. Maybe you guys on the over still have a chance. 92 to 42. Ooh, getting close. Getting close. I can't believe you guys are going to win. Oh my goodness. 82 to 42. You guys win. Look at you guys. Look at this opening range. We actually break the VWAP here. Definitely worth a shot here on the 86 account. Let's sell market. I'm going to join it. Where am I? I'm on the 86 account. Why isn't this showing? I just got done. Wait, what happened? What happened? Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I took the wrong account. Let me show you. I was trying to trade. The problem is I have funded accounts and eval accounts with the same structure. So I took this one because obviously we broke the VWAP. I took this directionally, and so this actually made money for the funded accounts. So I'm still trying to trade the My apologies. I'm still trying to trade the. It's just confusing because it's 286s. The eval accounts. Okay, so that was still good. I mean, that was like a bonus trade to my funded accounts, which I wasn't trading right now. But anyways, hey, look at you guys. You guys won the over under. No, it's not under. It's over. You guys were right because we were trading 75, and it was the first candle was wasn't the candle like 82? What's the low? 71. So that's 30. Oh no, you guys are right. I was right. I thought it was 80. So it's 30 plus 42. So just underneath the vol. But I was surprised at how much vol there was. I thought there was going to be like a 50 point vol. Anyways, fresh New York lows. Here's the interesting part, guys. Watch this. Now comes the interesting part where we're going to be looking for directional trades here. If these all these bottoms hold, London low, Globex low, New York low from yesterday, New York low right in front of us, right? VWAP in front of us. If we get a lightning bolt up above VWAP, we gotta go long here. If we start breaking these lows, we gotta sell it down because I think we expand to the downside here. But yeah, we definitely did pick up volatility here. Finally something interesting happening, huh? All right, here come the big levels, the 700 levels, like right around here. This is the kind of confluence you want to be looking at. We have this, the round number levels, the session lows, session highs. Here's the key thing, are they going to hold it or break it? That's what we're going to be looking at. Volatility is now 18. So for the scalps, I need to go to 820, which would be, I need to add this up. Breaking through the session lows. All right, we're going to, I'm going to try and sell on this condition and see if we can, oops, I'm going to just take it right here. That was a super fast move through the thing, like a secondary, that was a second nice clean move. So actually all the positional trades are really, really working. But now we're coming up to Tokyo low. Now we're breaking everything. Let's see if, usually in the first 10 minutes is the puke job. And then we see if we can do the bounce. So at this point, I'm much more interested in the bounce than I am in any further continuation of the puke job. So at these levels, now I really want to see some, rebound price action. Anybody take that trade to the downside with me? Oil is down. That's a positive sign. Yields are down. So there should be a little bit of support on the that's nice. Good job. Hey, Tammy, how's trading going? You did a quick scalp. Good job. Astrology. I spent the whole London morning ragging on scalps. Oh, here we go. Lightning bolt up. 33 seconds left. Let's if this holds, we basically want to be long here against the Tokyo lows and see if we can get a trade off. Jesus, I can't talk. 18 seconds left. Let's see. Lightning bolt's got to hold. The volatility's got to stay in place. If this compresses, that means there's just no volatility for us to trade. See, goes away. Market fucks with you all the time like this. So don't commit until the candle closes. No close, no trade, right? What's that reggae song? No. I forgot that song. Back to the downside, breaking the New York lows, testing the Tokyo lows, that 29.66. There we go. Again, I don't want to play this game right now. I want to see the bounce, but it may be, it may take me a couple of minutes for them to hold the bounce. No, don't worry, be happy. No woman, no cry. That's it. Yes, you know what I'm talking about. No woman, no cry. Same thing. No close, no trade. DS, there you go. Jamaican, right. You know what's wild about Jamaica? It's a British colony, right? So they basically just drink tea. It's a totally British colony, but they happen to have literally some of the greatest coffee in the world. The Jamaican blue coffee. And I actually went up there to the mountain where they grow it. It is so good. And it's like incredibly expensive because it's a very small batch. It's like this. You don't realize that Jamaica is actually incredibly mountainous, and the climate up in the mountain is completely different from the Caribbean climate in the beach. So it creates these perfect conditions for incredibly flavorful coffee beans. The Marley fans in the house. There we go. All right, can we get a lightning bolt up, guys? There we go. 43 seconds. Let's hold it. Don't pull the trigger till you see the whites of their eyes. Let's go, baby. Let's go. $23.24. I'm still just waiting very patiently. It goes away, holds back. Let's see. 10-11. Let's see if we can hold the vol. Volatility holds. The buyers are fighting hard. 3, 2, 1. All right, we're gonna go. We're in market. Stop is pretty much underneath the session lows. I'm going to take a second condition here. Short exit. Let's see if we can get a short exit on this move here. There we go. I'm actually going to take full exit. Beautiful. Beauty-fucking-full. That's 100 NQ points. 100 NQ points I made so far from London. Just trading positionally. Just trading positionally. Look at how nice that was. Look at that nice. Look at that turn. This was honestly, pat ourselves on the back for this one because we didn't rush the trade. We waited really patiently until the bottom solidified. We got the signal. We traded that properly. Bang, bang. Thank you, ma'am. The market paid us. Good job. Anybody take that trade with me? Yes, no? Neil took it. Good job. Hound Dog took it. Nice. And then, now it's still going to be pretty volatile. Now it's a question of whether this was the session lows made right now. How did I know it was going to dump at the open? I didn't know it was going to dump at the open. Did I say it was going to dump at the open? I don't think I said it. Somebody said there was. Somebody in chat room says it was a big dump. My whole thing is I was just saying how big was the volatility candle? How big was the high-low range? And we're betting there was going to be 75. I had no idea which way it was going to go in the open, but it was it was trading heavy. It was clear. I mean, once it did dump, we took all the signals. Broke the VWAP. It sold this one. We sold that one, and then once it stabilized, we bought the signals. So, really good, just great trading today, guys. I can't, we really did a good job here. These accounts on 2 MNQs. Look at this. This account is, within $800 of getting funded on fucking 2 MNQs. That's all I'm trading. So nice. All right, we will. I think we got a scalp. Let's go to the scalp account. Let's go to my scalp account. Yeah. So bearish conditions. We're going to take this directionally to the downside. Let's see if this is going to work for me. This is with an 8-10 scalp. On the 86. How much time do I have left? 9 seconds. Okay. Sell. All right, I'm selling this. Oh, this is on 86. 86. So we took that trade. Oh shit, I was in the wrong account. I took a scalp in the I took a scalp in my positional account, but that worked just as well. I mean, but that was a perfect scalp structure, so that was fine. This is the only thing I hate about Tradingview is the account rotation issue, but that worked perfectly fine. That was a classic scalp trade, guys. So tape was bearish, climate was volatile, triangle was down. We sold that with the wide volatility now because we're above 20. 8 target, 20 stop, boom, boom. That was super easy on the scalp. And now, now it's starting to break now it's starting to target the Tokyo lows. Again, I want to be cautious. Like, yes, you could try to break this, and this probably was a pretty decent volatility trade. Look at that. I just have a hard time. I have a really hard time selling super lows. I like to watch the bounces. But yeah, I mean, we're definitely, look at this. We're completely unwinding the move here. Could have taken this to the downside more as we broke the levels. All right, so New York low is now below Tokyo low. That means we are Globex low now. We are at the lowest low of all sessions here. This is the Globex low here, 643. Which account am I in here? 85. Sorry, I want to be in 86. I want to see if we can get any positional moves here. So yields are really coming down. That's positive for stocks. Oil is kind of down, but market is just, this seems like negative equity equity sentiment here today. Looks like they're just dumping stocks without any macro. So this is, by the way, where round numbers and session lows all come meet, right? It looks like they're going to try to gun this to 600, right? That's the next next structure to go. Good job, Gloria. Gloria, you trading just trading small, right? Just trading super small. Look at that. Gloria just traded 200 super small. No stress, no mess, right? Totally easy. Okay, we got a scalp condition here. Wait, hold on. What is this? What is this crap? I want to get rid of this. Scalp condition here. I want to be in my scalp account. Let me go to my scalp account. Let's go to scalp. Bearish. We want to be selling this. We want to be selling this on the close. So we're going to give this a shot on the scalp account. All right. All right, we short this. Did we get it executed? Come on. Good enough. Took it and book it. Nice. So the scalp worked too. Finally, the scalps are also working because we know we get the volatility wrapper right. We got the directional wrapper right. Again, those of you guys who are listening to me, who are like, in the room now, why am I short on a green triangle? The reason is very simple. The structure that we trade is tape climate. That's the first thing. Lots of volatility. Yes, we want to trade it. We want to trade the triangles. The second condition is the tape. The tape is bearish. That dominates the signal. That's what creates the direction. So that means we fade the buy. We sell the close of this, not buy the close of this. And that's why this worked. Because the general conditions were bearish. This was basically a retrace into a bearish move. We sold it for a quick scalp. Boom. Nice and easy. Scalps are starting to work as well. So everything's working, plus 100 trades on positionals, and I think 4 out of 5 on the scalps. So let me tell you, because 85 is the scalp account. So let me tell you what we got here. 5 out of 7. Yeah, 5 out of 7. That's pretty good. That's pretty good, given the fact that how shitty the front was, and how many. Yeah, 5 out of 7 on the scalps. Not bad. Not bad for government work. All right. So I know I said I wanted to hang out till like 10:30 today, but I just realized if I need to coordinate with Kay. I know a lot of people want the coaching product before we start this weekend. So I really I want to get it to you guys by tomorrow. So for everybody who's expressed an interest, I'll hopefully have a link for you guys tomorrow. Today, last day of Apex. Just go out there, get some Apex accounts. We're going to try CPI tomorrow at 8:30. That should be a lot of fun. Come hang out with me on that, and the rest of the day, have a great day. Anything else? Any final thoughts? Any final ideas? Let me give you the Apex link. Be sure to take care of it. Yes, no? Everybody's good? All right, looks like we're starting to consolidate in front of that 600, but I wouldn't hold my breath yet. that they may want to test the 600 level before they found any kind of a bounce. But any trade here with we get a lightning bolt up, that would be a good reversal signal for us. Not quite ready yet. Okay, everybody, thank you so much. Session today, it was really, really boring for a while, but then of course, as usual, New York makes up for it. We did all of our business in New York. Thank you guys. I see everybody tomorrow, 6 o'clock. Everybody have a great day. Bye-bye.